was recorded on the 11th of July 1984, medium Leslie Flint.
Said.
What was that I
What are you
said?
talking about?
What about Robin being put on the platform? Mickey?
Mickey, come along, love. Mickey.
He's back there.
Mickey. Mickey. Well, at least we know they're there, so that's something.
Been eavesdropping.
They like to.
I've been to your place.
Yeah?
Have you, Mickey?
Yeah. Can you hear what I say?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Because I've met all you lot before, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that little lady there, she got trouble. Can she hear me? Have you been having a lot of trouble then, lady? Because they're telling me they've been giving you special treatment.
Yes, I have got special trouble.
But do you have a job to put your feet down then?
Yes.
Because the doctor's been standing beside you ever since you came here, and he's been giving you sort of treatment, and I hope it will be a great help to you, because you've had a rough time, ain't you, girl?
Yeah, I have this last couple of days, yeah. Yes.
Is it to do with your back
Yes, it is.
and your hips?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, because I know, because they've been standing there, him and his mate, a friend of mine, the one that comes in. I've seen them both before, and they've taken a great interest in you. And there's a great big tall fella there. He went on your side. He was an African, but he's something to do with your group.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A
Yes.
big Zulu bloke.
Yes.
you know.
Yes, that's
Yes.
right.
And he's tall, he's about 7 feet nearly, I think, when he was on your side. And he's a great big fella, and he gives tremendous energy and power in your circle.
Yeah, I know him, Mickey.
Yeah, we've seen him
Lovely.
quite often. Thank you.
Bless you,
And
thanks.
there's also a lovely lady, and she comes regularly to your circle. She was a nun
Yes.
when on earth, you know, sister like, and she's sweet, and she comes with such love.
Ah, now which one is she, Mickey? The young one or the old one?
Oh, well, there's no old age here, mate, but...
No, but they come back with the...
yeah, I know what you mean. Sit no tight. I don't know which one it is. Theresa. Maria Theresa. Maria Theresa. You know who that is?
Maria.
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 I call her Maria.
Well, it's the same thing, Maria.
Thank you,
But
Mickey.
she's got a second name because they call her Theresa. Maria Theresa. And she's a lovely lady.
I know she is.
And there's also someone here, can't help laughing. There's a bloke, I don't know. What did you say?
Listen,
Have you ever been told about a man who was a clown?
Yes, I have
Yes,
heard.
we have, yes.
Well, there's a man here who says that for many years he was a clown. And he's a lovely person, lovely sense of humour, laughs and jokes. And he comes to bring a radiance and happiness. And he's a jolly bloke. And I think you'll find he'll do a great deal to help if ever you do anything in a public sense to give messages and things. Hold on. There's a crowd of people.
Leslie, did you put the tape on?
How are you? Floss.
Hmm?
Floss.
Floss.
So, come along, friend. Who are you?
Floss. There's a lady trying to get through. Hold on. How are you? Floss.
Come along. Who do you want, friend?
Sounds like floss.
She said floss, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Colonel.
Ese Goya. Goya, Nano. Peggy. What's that? Goya, Goya. Doggy.
Dougie?
Doggy.
Dougie.
Dougie?
I don't think he speaks any English. He's butting in.
It was a bit hard to understand, Mickey.
Come along, mate. Mickey, you get them through. Who is the floss, Mickey? At least that's what I thought I said.
Yeah,
That did sound
sound like floss.
I had an Aunt Flo.
Oh, I'm so, I know. Oh, I don't know, I'm sure. That lady that I spoke to earlier, this lady's trying to get through to you.
Who, me, Mickey?
Yes, do you know there's a lady here called Florence, and they sometimes call her Flo or Florrie, and she's trying to get through to you.
Well, I can't place her, Mickey, but it might be somebody that knows me from somewhere. I don't know.
Hold on. She's here with someone she calls Lil.
Ew.
There's a little group of them here,
Yeah.
and they're all interested. It seems as if they're trying to reach out to you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Do you know much about your lot?
My lord, no. I can't place any of the names, Mickey. Flo or Lil or...
So I just want to say hello. My name's Florence. I'm Floss. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
My name's Thompson.
Thompson?
Yes. I want to say a few words. How are you?
Very well, then.
I'm trying to help you. We all are. My name's Flora Thompson. I used to be a medium, you know.
Oh, right, there was a medium called Flora Thompson.
Yes, I know Flora Thompson.
Yes. I'm trying to help as best I can from outside. I often come to your meetings.
Bless you.
Yes, my name's Thompson, Flora Thompson.
We have pictures of them.
Yes.
Because I used to do the work way back in the old days, you know, and I'm very interested in what goes on. I've been to your circle, and I've been trying as best I can to help from this side, you know, and that poor little dear, we're doing all we can for her, you know. She's making headway, slow but sure.
Yeah.
She's going to be all right, takes time. Of course, can't expect it all overnight. Can you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I do look forward to anything like this. I don't get much chance, but I just wanted to say I'm very interested in your little circle, and I do hope you keep it on. Don't give it up, boy.
No, I won't. I
Lot of power, you know, lot of power. I'm here with Lily, because you wouldn't know her either. Well, you know about me, I suppose, because I used to do the work in the old days.
won't. That's nice to hear you, Frank.
Can you hear her?
Yeah, we hear her.
She's terribly excited, and she was a medium when she was on your side, and she does the work over here in a way. She comes to your circle from time to time.
Yeah, I remember picking a name up now and again, but I couldn't place
No
it.
one could place it, and that confused us.
Well, she's here, you see, and she
lovely.
comes to your little group.
She's quite evidential just then, Mickey. Actually, she hit the nail on
It's
the
not the only one, you know, that I don't know, but I think I will manage it, if I try, I want for me to come, to say a few words, Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, I'm paying Theresa, and everything, I learn better perhaps sometime how to speak it. I want very much to talk to you, huh?
Yes.
I come and help you, like a lot of people, here, come to your group, huh?
Yeah.
When I was on your side, I did not know much about it, huh? But now I'm very excited, think I can come like this, huh? I am here with Maurice.
Yes.
Maurice is my friend, He is my friend, Maurice. I
Yes.
come with Maurice. My name won't mean nothing to you, huh? But when I was on your side, I was very, how you say, I don't know how you say. I don't know nothing about spiritisms. But my mama, she was interested, but I did not believe what she told me, huh?
Yeah.
I was very interested in my profession, I was for many years in hospital, huh?
Yes.
I was doctor, but my friend Maurice, he is a doctor. We were both killed, the guerre, we were killed. But now we are much alive, huh? I just want you to know that we come and see you, help you in your circle. We want you to continue. No, we do everything possible, huh?
Yes.
Thank you.
I think it must be very puzzling. So many people. A lot of these people, of course, you will not know, but they are all part of a large group of souls who come, who are deeply involved, deeply interested in what you're endeavouring to do. Of course, there are times when you get disconsolate and perhaps you get a bit depressed, as if you may feel you're not making the progress that you wish. But nevertheless, a lot is happening. There is progress being made. You mustn't get disheartened, There's a whole group of souls here today who are to do the medical profession. The two that have just tried to communicate, at least one of them, he was French background, although not completely so. He used to work in hospital many years ago in France, but he and his friend were killed in an air raid. And they've seemed to attach themselves to your little group. Of course, my hospital was the first hospital for the women,
Oh,
My name is Anderson, Garret Anderson. I don't know if my name means anything to you, but I'm very interested in the healing, obviously. That was always my interest when on your side. And I know that you do a great deal in that direction. And a great deal of benefit is being brought into being one way and another. You mustn't get disheartened. Of course, you can't cure everybody, but you do a great deal and alleviate pain and suffering. And in some cases, there is a way by which we can help to a point where a person can be cured, but not everyone, of course. I'm not quite sure as to whether you can hear me.
Yes, we can
I'm
hear you.
endeavouring to speak as loudly as I can. It's a little bit confusing, when one comes, as one does, from our side of life, and you come down into the environment of Earth, and then you concentrate, as it were, as best you can, your thoughts, and this mechanism, whatever this is a complicated thing, it transmits or vibrates. You hear what I'm endeavouring to say by the vibration. But I just want you all to know, though I don't come regularly, that's impossible for me. Others do, of course, come regularly to you.
Yeah.
I come on rare occasions, occasionally. I just want you to know how interested I am in what's happening. And do go on. Don't get disheartened about things. There's a lot of energy and power, a lot of good work can yet be done,
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
If there's anything I can do, anyone wants to know, not that I can necessarily answer all questions, because I can't. If I can help in any way, then you do please do it.
Well, we were treating a patient very successfully, rheumatoid arthritis. She was wheelchair bound and had a collar for 3 years. And after treatment, after about 2 months, the collar came off and started to get along fine, gradual improvement, and then all of a sudden she didn't want us to go around to give her treatment anymore, and we were rather confused.
You mean to say you're not continuing the treatment?
No, she asked us to stop. She said, thank you for what you've done, and I don't wish you to come round anymore.
But the lady sounds very ungrateful.
That hit us below the belt.
That really shocked us, that one. I had a phone number. I phoned her up and politely asked if everything was all right, because I thought there might be some personal problems involved. And basically she just said the same, which was within the note, which was very short. And she said that I just felt that I'd leave it for a few weeks to see how I got on without the treatment. And if I need you again, I'll let you know.
We did ask that absent healing be continued, but of course in our mind she needed the contact as well.
It just confused us.
Well, my dear, what does one say? You have done obviously a great deal for the woman's benefit, and it's very hurtful, and yet there may be reasons of which you know nothing.
Yes.
And it may be that someone connected with her has made it very difficult. Maybe she would still like to continue, but finds it difficult to do so without incurring some unpleasantness in her surroundings. I mean, I don't know, but I would say you've done what you had to do. You've helped tremendously. Obviously she's benefited, and no doubt she's making progress, but possibly there's some reason which I know does concern you. That's understandable, but I wouldn't allow it to upset you. I know it's easy for one to say that, but I think you have done what you had to do. She has been helped, and no doubt will progress, and the absent healing no doubt will continue. But you know, unfortunately, this does happen with people, does it not?
Yes, it does.
When they need you, they are on your doorstep, and when they've got past a certain point, they forget those who've helped them most.
Yeah.
This is tragedy, and it's life. It's the way sometimes people are. Oh, goodness me, one could talk about the old days too, in a material sense. A number of people that were helped in the hospital over a long period of time. And of course our job is to send them away cured where possible. And one doesn't perhaps expect them to return, or wouldn't want them to, in case, in that instance, that they needed more treatment. But the whole point is one learns that one can do so much in certain directions, but don't necessarily expect them to always repay you. Not that one does it for repayment, but it's very hurtful. I would try not to let it depress me too much.
Well,
She may yet come back to you if she feels it's needed or necessary.
Yes, yes.
But I have a feeling in this instance that she's not completely a free agent. I don't know why. Do you know her situation?
Only vaguely.
Vaguely, yeah. She
Only
used to
vaguely.
talk a little bit, but I had a funny feeling it was something like that.
I have a very strong feeling, not that I know, only what I sense or feel, that she is not being able to do what she would probably like to do. Somewhere along the line, I feel sure there's an influence being brought to bear upon her.
Thank you. Yeah. That's all we want to know.
There's a very lovely lady here, very anxious to talk to that gentleman. I'll see if I can help.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, that fella is quiet, and he doesn't say much.
Which one? There's several.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Mickey, but which one do you mean?
Hey, what did you say? Hey. Bobby. Did you say Bob? And that dog.
Dog.
Yeah, there's a dog sitting right in front of that bloke. It's cool. Hey, tell me. It's not a big dog, it's not small either, it's a medium-sized dog. It's a bit of this and a bit of that. It's a Heinz, you know, but a lovely old dog. And it's sitting right in front of that bloke, in the front there. Can you hear me, mate?
Yes. Did
you have a dog that was, I don't know whether you call it a terrier type, but it's not an over big dog, and it's not, and it's, there's a man here and a lady, and they both brought this dog, and there's a photograph of this dog taken in a garden with the gentleman. It's, I don't know if you've got this picture, can you hear me?
Yes. I can't place a picture of a dog in the garden.
Well, I think they call this dog Bob. Oh, Bob. Perhaps you don't know.
I don't recall a Bob, no.
No, I'm not bothered. There's a dog that's, I think that's called Bob. And oh, your dad's here.
No, it wouldn't be my dad.
But why is he saying his dad? He's definitely saying his dad, and he's here with the old lady. And they're both here. Hey, what did you say? Did you say dad? Hey. Well, he definitely says his dad's here. He says, hey, come on then. Tell me.
You sure the picture of the man with the dog was for Bryan?
Do what?
Was it definitely for me, or was it this? There's another man sitting a bit further along.
It's something to do with you. And
Definitely for me.
definitely, yes. And there's a whole this gentleman. He keeps on saying his dad, and he's got M with him.
M, yeah.
And there's also someone called Lou. But you may not know some of these people, but they're all here together. And there's this here dog. And there's a photograph taken of this old gentleman when he was on your side in a garden with this here dog. And also, what did you say?
I don't know.
Can you take it, Joe?
Yeah, I got a picture of my dad with a dog.
Well, are you to do with him?
No.
Well, then why is it
Is it
building
not?
up with him then? Because they are. And the dog's right at his feet. And the old boy says his dad and he's here with Mum. And the old lady, he calls her. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, it must be for her then, but why did they get, perhaps they're building up with you? Hold on. Get it sorted out. You see, some of these people, they're not good at... Hey, what did you say?
What I say.
Come along, friend.
How are you? Can you hear me?
Very faintly.
How are you? I'm here with Mother. Can't you hear me?
Come along, friend. Give us some information, who you are, who do you want?
I'm here with the boys.
You say he's here with the boys. Sounded like that.
It sounded like that, yeah. Is it wrong? Is it anything to do with you, Ron?
Do what?
I wondered if it was to do with Ron.
It must be to do with you, because he's drawing a lot of power from that gentleman, and they're all building up round there in that corner.
Can't place, unless when he says dad, he's
He
going
calls-
back a generation to granddad.
Well, he calls himself Daddy. See with the old lady that he used to refer to often as the old lady, and they're both together. And there's also someone called M here, and there's also someone that they refer to as Jim. But whether you'd know these people, but they're all linked up together.
All linked together, I can think of a Jim, but that wouldn't be linked with grandfather. They were different families.
Have you been doing some psychic work, mate?
No.
Hey?
No.
Well, whether you have or whether you ain't, there's a tremendous amount of power around you and energy, and they seem to be linking up with you as if they draw from you. Have you never been told about this then?
Well, you found me a bit confusing last time.
Well, perhaps you're one of them people that are. But there's no getting away from it, whether you're confusing or whether you ain't. You are a very strong, sensitive, psychic individual, and a lot of power around you, and they're obviously building and drawing from you. And also, I don't know, so could I stick my neck out at you? Now they're talking about some office. Do you have any connection with an office?
I do have an office, yes.
Well, they're telling me they come and they work and they try to help you, and there's an influence, and it's to do with some place like an office where you work. And I think you could be quite an interesting character from the point of view of a medium if you wanted to develop. Do what?
I don't think I'd have the time.
Well, you ain't that busy, are you?
Busy in other ways.
Well, it's extraordinary. I can see you, and they're also talking about. Are you not interested in healing then?
In a roundabout way, I'm interested in helping people.
Well, it's most peculiar because I get you, and they're telling me that in your own way you do quite a bit. But do people come to you for help or advice?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
Because it's as if you're dolling it out, almost like routine. I suppose it's your job then, because they say that you have a responsible job in its way, and you have to help people, and you are doing a very good job in that direction, and you're obviously, without perhaps even knowing it, getting help from this side. And it's as if you sit in this place and people come in and they sit down and you natter, and do you sort of help them to sort themselves out a bit?
That is my profession, yes, but I don't do much of my profession now.
What do you mean you don't do much in that profession?
Because I'm partly retired.
Do what?
I'm partly retired from that.
I don't care which part of you is retired. You're kind of laughing. But they're telling me that your position in life has been to help and advise and comfort people and give them some sort of experience from your knowledge, and you have this ability, and although you say you don't do it to an extent now, in a way you are doing it. And you are extremely sensitive, and you're getting a lot of help and influence from this side. And it's as if you, have you had to sign a lot of documents in your time then and having to do law?
Yes, I am a lawyer.
Because they tell me about you and the courts and law and documents and advice to people, and they say that you'd never stop. You kid yourself that you stop, but you ain't, because you're still in a way still doing it. Now, that may not be in the material sense that you were used to so much, but you see, you're a bit of a case, you are. With all due respect, I think you've got a very open heart and an open mind, but I think you haven't yet found out what you could achieve or what you could do. And there's a lot of people on this side who are obviously trying to get through and work. And I think you could be, not that you probably want to be a medium, but whether you are or whether you ain't, or think you are or think you ain't, you are in a sense. There's a lot of things going on around you, and there's someone here called Stanley now. But he's no relation, but he's someone they say that you knew in your earlier years. Can you hear me?
The only Stanley I can think of hasn't passed over yet.
Oh, this one's as dead as a dodo. He's here with us.
Yeah, well, the one I'm thinking of, I wish he were over with. That's not the case, is it? No.
What do you mean you wish he was dead? Don't you get on with him,
No, I don't.
Well, no, this one...
I can't think who it would be that's passed over. I can't remember anybody of that name.
You're a funny sort of bloke, ain't you?
Yes. I think I am being helped in what I do from your side. I do agree there.
Well, I think you are. And whether you do it, what you do as a profession or not, or if you packed it in or not, but the point is I do think that people come to you, or they make use of you in a sense, but the point is that you do help. And although you may not accept the psychic or the spiritualistic act, it's there. You know, you have it within yourself, and the healing power is very strong.
Mm. I find it interesting. I didn't realise that, and
When you had this here office place, or whatever it was, or what they're on about, did you have to go up some stairs? Tell me, here.
Yeah.
Now let's get on to, you interest me, you're a challenge.
Yeah.
Here, why are they on about some sort of place over a bit of shop? And I don't know if it's actually your professional place, but there's a shop. And you go up some stairs, and then over this shop is this place, Do you know what they're on about?
no.
Come on, yes you
No,
do.
I haven't.
It was when you was a lad.
I was a lad. Oh.
Now who's Matthews?
Vera?
They're talking about someone, wait a moment, you got some contact with Matthews, ain't you?
Knew somebody who had the surname of Matthews,
Well, that's what I'm on about.
but her name was Vera.
Do what?
Was it Vera Matthews?
Wait a minute, It's telling me about Matthews, and there was two people, a Mr. and Mrs., and the name was Matthews. And do you know if they had any connection with a plate? Oh, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I'm listening very carefully.
You see, I suppose being what you're like, a lawyer sort of type, you want everything in black and white and the I's dotted, don't you?
If you say so.
No, but I like you because you're up my street. But I don't know whether I should say this. I think you're convinced in a way, but you're not fully convinced of survival, are you?
I know about survival.
Yeah, but was you say 100%?
Well, I think I've been shown something that made me realise that my life was being guided.
Oh, you've been guided all right.
Yeah.
And somebody connected with you committed suicide and all.
Really?
That's a long time ago and all. And there's a lot of things going on around you. And yet that lady next to you, she's nothing really to do with you then.
And me, no.
No.
Hey?
No, just a good friend.
Well, okay.
I hope.
There's a lot of
Was the
activity.
person who committed suicide a client of mine?
Well, it's very strange because they're telling me that you got caught up with so many people. They're obviously not all relations, but people that were caught up and linked with you. And the man that died very tragically.
Yes, I do remember somebody who died.
He couldn't face up to things, to
That's
his own
right.
life.
Yes.
He got himself so involved in a tangle, and he was miserable, and he took his own life, and they had an inquest and everything, and...
Go on, yes. Yes.
And you got
Did
some...
he know I had a car accident on the way to his inquest?
Just a moment. Yes, he says yes. And why is he on about something to do with a watch?
A watch?
Yeah, watch. W-A-T-C-H, watch.
What do you mean? I don't remember what.
Something about his watch for some reason. Nobody wants it now. Oh dear. Did you have this accident you had, but you came through it more or less pretty well, didn't you?
Oh, that accident was that was a minor accident, yeah. That was a minor accident.
I find
Is there somebody there to talk about the big accident that I had?
No, wait a moment. No, get me all mucked up now. Proper crowd of people
Well, you
then.
started it.
Oh, don't you stop. You ain't in court now.
I don't know so much.
Mickey's funny, isn't it?
I think I frightened him off.
No.
What's she say?
Have I frightened you off, Mickey?
Don't be so daft, mate, now. Don't frighten me off, mate. You have you'll catch me. I'm a bit confused because there's so much confusion in a way, because there's all these different people and...
Have you still got that contact of the name of Matthews? Because my first wife's family had the name of Matthews, and I'm just wondering...
Well, it's all very confusing because there's no denying the obvious fact that there's someone here whose name was Dorothy. Do you know who Dorothy is, or Dot?
I know a Dot, but she's still on what we call our side.
No, it's no good. I can't force it. There's such a lot of confusion. A crowd of people here to mix it up with him. Somebody was killed too.
Go on,
And that wasn't normal, natural.
go on.
Somebody who died in some tragedy. There's so many things I don't... There's somebody who died in an accident.
Go on.
And it was to do with you in some way.
Yes.
Was you caught up in a road accident where someone was killed then?
Yes.
Well... Oh dear. Now, why are they on about a photograph? Have you got a photograph of a lady with you?
I have one that's on the table at home, but I don't have it with me.
Well, it's very odd because the lady here is telling me about her photo, and she seemed to be under the impression that you sometimes had a snap in your wallet.
No, I did when I was younger, but now I just have the photograph on the table.
Well, okay. Well, she's also talking about a ring. She's also saying about a ring that was altered. Don't ask me
A
what.
ring that was altered.
Yeah. Well, do you know anything about someone who got spliced twice then?
Well, I've been spliced twice, if you like.
Yeah, and there was somebody who had a ring, and there were two rings, the most peculiar. And they're talking about two rings being made into one ring. This is something to do with your family.
No, I don't know anything about that.
You don't know nothing. And Harry,
Harry, yeah, I knew a Harry.
and the Mrs., your wife, and Harry, and there's someone here called, sounds like Millie.
Was it Mary?
Do what?
Is it Mary?
What's he say?
He said, wasn't Mary, Mickey?
I don't understand all this. It's all very confusing. It's not clear cut. Someone who died in a tragedy, an accident, and that was a terrible business. Somebody had to go into court and... Oh. Now, all right then. But little lady next to you, she suffers a great deal, don't she? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Poor little love. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Mickey, yeah.
There's a young man here too who died very tragically.
Yeah?
I think he was killed in the war, what they tell me. Young lad. I think it's all to do with your circle. I think you attract a lot of people to your circle, not necessarily always people that, well, you know about.
Yeah.
But does he sit then with you lot?
Pardon, Maggie?
Is he sitting with you lot?
Well, Bryan?
Yeah.
No, we'd like him to, but...
Why, is he sceptical then?
Well, I don't think he stays still long enough, as he says. He's
Why?
He's always gallivanting about, helping other people and doing other things. And...
I think he'd be a great asset to a circle.
Yeah, I know he would.
There's a tremendous amount of power and energy and vitality with him, and a lot of love from this side comes to him as well.
Yeah, we know.
And I think, although I wouldn't say he's a lonely man, but, well, better not say too much.
Go on, go on.
Well, I think
Good job, perhaps.
well, I think you get, how do I say? It's not as if you're completely alone, and yet you are. It's as if you have affection and regard and all that, but somehow it's as if sometimes you, I suppose everybody has to go their own way, but you sometimes feel as if you're, well, sort of odd one out, or what?
Oh yes, I'm eccentric.
Do what?
I'm eccentric.
Well, you have it your own way. I don't know about calling yourself eccentric, but I should imagine you're not the easiest person to live with, but still.
No.
No, I don't mean by that unkind like, but I think you like your own way, and I think that in a way you've always tried to get it, but it doesn't mean to say you haven't given yourself to other people, but I feel you're a bit of a law to yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's very true.
But it's no good. I shouldn't take all the same time on one person. But oh dear, how do I put it?
Nicky, is the lady who was in the accident trying to get through to him?
Well, she's. I don't understand this, but there's a lady who was killed in some sort of disaster with an accident. Do you understand this?
I do, yeah.
And she's very much around you from time to time.
Yes.
But I think there's difficulty. Now, I don't want you to get the wrong idea, but I can't get a clear lead on this, which is very odd in a way. I feel she is trying to reach you and has reached you at different times, but it's as if for some reason, don't ask me why, I can't get a clear lead on it, but obviously this accident could have been avoided. Do you understand this or
Yes,
not?
I do, yeah.
It's as if it happened and it could have been avoided, but something, not necessarily anyone's fault, perhaps in the long, I don't know how you see this, but it's just something that could have perhaps been avoided. And there's a link here, a very strong one. And I think that this lady, bless her heart, has been trying to reach you. And I don't know whether you're conscious of the fact that she has tried to get in touch with you in your own environment, in your own home.
I often feel that she's with me on some of the things that I do.
Yes, but why is it she's telling me that she's moved several things from place to place?
She's moved them.
That's what she says, not you, mate. Hold on. Definitely. And it's to do with flowers. Come on.
Mickey, can you get the lady to speak? Somebody trying to say something.
Calling her name, I think.
Somebody's calling Harry.
Yes, Harry.
She's saying Larry or Barry or something. I don't know.
It's very faint.
Mickey, who is that?
On an island?
On an island. Somewhere abroad.
Somewhere abroad? What are you talking about? Mickey, we're getting nowhere. What was that you were saying? Mickey. Mickey.
I can't help it. Now it's all those other people. Hey.
Mickey.
Now it's me. No.
Hello?
Arthur speaking.
Arthur.
Come along.
Arthur.
Arthur speaking. Hello. Come along.
Sound like Arthur, didn't it?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Arthur speaking. It's quite distinct. I'm afraid must be very difficult at times. A gentleman's wife is killed in a car disaster crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, your wife is here, and she's very anxious for you to know of her presence. I understand what I've been able to gather, that she died very tragically in this car crash. Of course, she's perfectly all right now. And of course she would like very much, and indeed I know she's been endeavouring to make contact with you, but there is a little difficulty, especially at times for some people. I think they get very caught up, very emotional. She's very anxious for you to know of her presence. Just hold on a minute.
Yes, I understand all that.
There was a third party.
There was our son in the back of the car and he's all right.
She's talking about some other young person, and she's very interested and anxious to help on this side, but she's talking about the other person. She's talking about a third person, you see, and she's also telling me that it's an anniversary. I don't quite know whether it's a birthday or what.
Anniversary.
Yes, very soon, even she's talking about September.
Yes, anniversary of our engagement.
And also she's talking about a ring, which presumably you haven't got with you, but she says there is in a drawer, in a box, several items, including a ring, presumably her own.
I think these are the rings that her mother still holds.
Wait a moment. Do you know who she refers to when she talks about Tony?
Tony?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know whether she means on your side or not, but she
making some reference to Tony.
Tony Bootham?
Someone you know quite well. I think you may have both known this Tony.
Yes.
But evidently she's very anxious for you to know that she's far from being dead. She's very much around, but she seems to feel that what happened could have been avoided. I don't know quite in what way, but just a moment. Why, she's talking about changing house.
Yes, I have changed house.
Since her death.
Yes.
She says it's not the house in which you were together, but you're now in another place.
Yes.
She comes to see you there. She's also talking about some accident apart from the car business, whatever. She's some other tragedy. Do you know why she makes a comment about a fire?
Yes, because she passed over in a fire. The car accident was
She
a
keeps
fire.
telling me that the last thing she could remember was fire and smoke or something. Evidently, but I know it's easy to say this, but she seems to feel that it all happened so suddenly that she lost consciousness. But she's talking about this fire, you see, and another tragedy. She keeps on about tragedy and fire and everything. Do you understand this?
Yes, yes I do. But would you tell her that I think she was very brave not to tell me that she knew she was dying before the accident? I now know that
Wait
she
a
was
moment.
ill.
She doesn't, she's very anxious for you to be aware she's never that far from you. And also, evidently, she had cancer. Did you know that if she'd have lived, she would probably have suffered a great deal?
She had something wrong with her inside. She was having a lot of blood transfusions.
Yes, but it was a cancerous growth. She tells me that, of course, the nature of her death was tragic, of course, obviously terrible, but she would have been a great sufferer if she'd have stayed on your side.
Yes.
By the way, she's talking about someone with the weirdest name. I hope I can get it right. Sounds like Eldon, is it?
Eldon the American?
Well, she's laughing. I don't know why she should think it's funny, but she's talking about someone called Eldon. Do you know who she refers to?
We had an American called Eldon who came and stayed with us one
Well,
Christmas.
she said that we had quite a jolly good time, and she's talking about this person called Eldon, and she said that was a happy occasion in some ways.
Yes, yes, I remember that.
And did you have one period, well now I don't know why she's talking about now. I'm getting confused, but she's not a good communicator, not as far as I'm concerned. I'm trying to get what I can from her. She's talking about a bungalow.
Her mother's property...
She says that she was very interested in what happened not so long back in regard to the bungalow, and it was to do with someone connected to you both.
The only bungalow that we know of by name as the bungalow is her mother's bungalow, but I don't think she means that. I think she means the house on the side of the Broad.
Do you know why I'm not suggesting from what she's telling me that you go and play golf, but for some reason she's talking about golf course.
Golf course.
Somewhere up by the golf course, she says. But never mind.
No, I can't link that. That's a bad pun.
It's what?
Sorry, it's a bad pun. Link and golf. Never mind.
Oh, I see what you mean. My sense of humour doesn't go that far. But you're quite an interesting character. But I'm quite sure that if, not necessarily now, but one could continue your coming, eventually we might get a stronger link. I would like very much for her to be able to manifest, and I know she's very interested, very anxious for you to know about love and presence, but I think she's a little overexcited and agitated, but she sends her love.
Well, I return that and tell her the children are doing well if she doesn't know that.
Have you got anyone connected with you in the medical profession, mate?
No.
Well, sounds very interesting to me, because apart from your missus and all that, they're talking about someone who's a nurse. And the name...
Passed over?
Yeah, wait a moment, and the name of Lacey. Don't worry if you don't follow it all, you might remember some on it later. But your missus, she's got a case, you know. She's all right.
Yeah, I believe that.
You're a bit of a case, you are. I suppose being in your kind of profession, you can't help it.
Thank you, too.
Well, you know what I mean. You have to be, well, you know, legal-minded, like. I mean, they always use a dozen words with two, don't they? Why can't you sit with him then and his missus in the group? Because you'd be an asset.
Thank you, Mickey.
He's a bit of a case, isn't he?
Yeah.
I lead a very active life, Mickey.
In what way do you call active?
Very rarely am I at home.
Well, that I can understand, but you're restless.
Yes, very restless.
No, you don't want that wig, do you?
That what?
It's laughing like Billy-O.
Wig?
About a wig. W-I-G, something you put on your head.
I haven't got a wig.
Didn't say you. No. Why is she laughing about the wig? It's as if it's a joke. She's laughing. She says she'll understand in a very short time why I'd make reference to this wig. Are you going to see her mum?
Her mum, no.
Eh?
No, not as far as I know.
Don't you want to then?
No.
Well, she's laughing. She's very amused about this wig. Something to do with her mum, I think. And someone called Tootsie and all.
Tootsie or Tony?
Do what?
Is it Tootsie or Tony?
She was talking about Tony, she mentioned, of course, and Tootsie, and there's someone called Ralph. She seems very energetic in a way, but she's terribly excited. Oh dear, I'll be here all day with him. I'd better get cracking, I suppose, otherwise I'll be in trouble. All right, Robin?
You all right, Mickey?
Am I all right?
Yeah, you're all right.
No, but I feel as if I'm taking up a lot of time with him.
No, don't worry about that.
You
Well-
must deserve it, Mickey.
Do what?
You must deserve it.
What's she say?
You must deserve it.
He must deserve it. Oh yeah, he needs it, because he's not a lost soul exactly, but, you know, I think he's, I don't know how to put it without appearing rude, but I think his wife is very much concerned about him. I think he's on is it, I don't think you can settle for long. Is it since you lost the missus then?
I am pretty agitated most of the time, yes. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing now.
Well, good luck to you. That lady, she's quiet, isn't she? She ain't got much to say for herself, has she?
Which one?
Hey, that lady, this slim lady.
What? Anne?
Yeah, can she hear me?
Talking to me, Miggy?
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I'm a bit mutton, Jeff. I'm full of cold.
What's she say?
She's full of cold.
She's got a bit laggy because she's full of cold, Mickey.
Got a cold, have you?
Yeah.
But you sit with them, don't you?
I have done.
'Cause I can see, I've seen you with them. And, you know, and I don't know, have you, what did you say? Hold on. I do not know if you can hear. I am so thrilled, you know, to be able to come and talk with you. Maria,
Oh, hello.
I am here, you know. I want you to know I am here. It is I, you know. Maria, hello.
Hello.
I want you to know I am very thrilled, you know, to be able to come and talk with you and the circle. We want you to know we're doing everything we can, you know, in the circle. You must not lose heart, my child. Continue with the work. Keep talking.
Come on, Mickey.
Keep talking.
Hello, love?
Are you Wendy's Maria?
Come on.
I don't know why you do not answer me.
I'm a little bit stunned.
Why should you be stunned when I come and talk with you? I have been here waiting, you know, for an opportunity to come and talk with you. And there are so many people, you know. Some of them are very anxious, you know, but they are not very good at it. And I say to myself today, I must go and talk to them. I just want you to know, my child, I am never far from you. I help you in every way it is possible. Continue with the work, my child. Know that we shall succeed. You must not give up, you know, not lose heart. And you must see, it is very important that you continue the circle, you know. I don't know if you hear.
Yes,
I
I
am
hear.
very excited, you know, to come and talk with you.
You're Wendy's Maria, right?
Oui.
Thank you. Yes.
Bless you, child.
It's lovely.
And all of you.
That's all right as far as I'm concerned, but I don't know about what you think. Hey, you should go and try the solution with that. Hey,
Hello.
cool, I don't know. Someone knocked me over with a feather.
Oh, ever so.
I don't know.
Somebody saying about being knocked in with a feather.
Not down.
Hey,
Who are you, love?
gay.
They're saying K or something.
Can't quite hear you, Fred.
Not quite sure, sweetie, I can manage you, you know. It's a funny ad you do trying to talk through this thing. Hello,
Hello.
George speaking.
George.
Yeah, been over here quite a few years now. Because I've been coming around to these here places from time to time, you know, where you have your meetings.
Yeah.
Because when I was on your side, I didn't know anything about spooks and all that sort of thing. Anyway, can you hear what I say?
Yeah,
we can hear you,
that's
Fred.
better.
I've been to your meetings. As
Have
a
you?
matter of fact, I came, must be, I don't know how long ago it was now, when they brought me along there. I didn't even realise what happened at first. Couldn't understand it. As far as I was concerned, I was still alive and kicking. And I knew, of course, obviously, eventually, couldn't help but find out. But it didn't seem possible I was dead, as you talk, you know, call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my old girl, she was, well, I mean, we didn't get on all that well, but she was around, and I thought, well, something odd here, you know, but I'm all right. But I've been coming to your dues, your meetings,
Have you?
Yeah, of course you're a bit of what they call a medium, ain't you?
Who?
Well, all on you. But I can make out on it. Nice crowd on you.
Yeah.
I understand now. I didn't understand before. If anyone had told me, I says all lot of oi. You know, when you was dead and that was it. Anyway, it's a funny business, isn't it? Here am I talking to you lot. Who's she? Who's the skinny one? Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'll take that as a compliment, thank you.
Oh, you?
Yes.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
Scared blister.
I'm Robin's sister.
Is he with you then?
Robin's my brother, yeah.
Well, it's a funny ad you do, because quite frankly, I couldn't help laughing. I suppose I should keep my big mouth shut, but couldn't help. I thought, well, I don't know, why has he planted you over there? Why didn't he sit with you?
We always land up sitting here.
What?
We always sit here, for some reason.
What do you mean, you sit there? I don't understand all this business. All I know is that I'm as dead as a dodo, as you say, and yet I was alive. But, you know, I've never realised how marvellous it is. I always thought when you was dead, you was it. You know, that was it. Yeah. Funny how you do all together, isn't it?
Well, you know different now, don't you?
I've got much alternative now. I've got no regrets. I'm not with the old lady, you know, that's all in the past. I mean, we made a go on it after a style. Thank God you don't have to be with them if you don't want, you know.
Yeah, it's true, isn't that?
No, what I found out over it is that you're an individual, you know.
Yeah.
And if you are obviously, well, with the right person on your side and you make a go of it, you pull together, you're happy, and you're, well, like twin souls, you might say, that's a different cup of tea. But I mean, as far as we were concerned, I mean, wow, it's a case of having to get married in my case, way back, and I made the best of a bad job. Anyway, that's all gone off, thank God for that. I'm all right now, no regrets, don't do no one no harm.
Good.
Because you're a funny bloke, you are, aren't you?
Oh, me?
Well, in a way.
Well, some people say so.
You've been a bit of a medium, ain't you?
Trying. Struggling.
Anyway, she's a good sort. You're lucky to have her.
Yeah, I know.
Some people have all the luck. Mine was a disaster. I had to get married, you see.
Shotgun, was it?
Well, you know, I'm going back a few years now, you know. In those days it was considered to be, you know what. No, they take no notice of it. Wrong way go, aren't it?
No.
Oh, you came, I reckon I was born too soon.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Pardon?
Don't think I know him, do I? That fella.
Which one?
That solicitor bloke.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, I can see you there, mate.
His name's Bryan.
Bryan?
Yeah.
Nice name. His missus has been trying to make a link, but she's terribly excitable, little piece of work, if you ask me. Anyway, she's very happy now. She's very concerned about him, I think. She keeps an eye on him, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, you've had two, then?
I have got somebody on this side that I'm still technically married to. Yeah.
Well, what did you say?
Eh?
What was it?
Technically married.
Well, I mean, technically, you either are or you ain't.
Well, we're at the halfway stage. We're just about to finish it off as a divorce.
That sounds a funny way of putting it to me. Just about finishing it off. Finishing it off.
Finishing it off, yeah.
What do you mean, you're going to get spliced?
No, we're going to get separated from each. Unspliced, if you like.
Unspliced, oh bloody hell. Good luck to you, mate. I think if you've had one happy marriage and then you get caught up and have a disaster, the best thing is, I suppose, to separate. Is she difficult or is it you?
Well, I think it's both of us.
It usually is, takes two, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey? After all, well, go into all that. It's not my affair. Anyway, keep well. Hello.
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 White feather.
Bless you, friend.
White feather come bring blessing great spirit to children, son. White feather come say brother, sister, friends. White feather come help every way possible with power of great spirit in circles. You knows I never far from you. I bring power, great spirit, love, great spirit to children's. I give my love blessings to all peoples, huh?
Yes.
White feather sing greetings to all peoples. White feathers, white feathers. Oh, you know.
It's nice to see you again, speak to you.
Yeah.
Yes, it helps you in your group. He's an Indian arch, it was.
Yes.
Yes.
And also, oh God love us, honestly, we all know. There's someone, Cecilia now. Oh God. I'm upset about Cecilia.
Cecilia.
That's no usual name.
Yes, there's another one. There's quite a group of these people. There's someone called Cecilia, and she comes with Annie. Oh, no, I couldn't. What did you say?
Foran.
Do what?
Is she Foran?
Yeah. And Annie. Who's Annie?
I'm Anne.
Are you Annie?
No, I'm Anne. I don't like the name Annie.
Well, I can't help that. She's laughing. She says, you tell her. And her name is Celia. And she sends her love to Anne. And she calls you, oh, she's a very lovely lady. And she says her name is Anne, but she prefers Annette.
I can't place that at all.
But have you never felt you'd like to be called Annette? Anyway, she says that she's calling you Anne, but she also thinks of you as Annette. And this lady, when on earth, she was a sister, and she's a lovely lady. And they call her Cecilia. Cecilia. Do you follow me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, all right, but the name doesn't mean anything to me.
Didn't say it did, but I'm just telling you, because you see, she's helping you.
Yeah, well, that's perhaps somebody I hadn't come across yet then.
Well, you may do yet, you know. Are you keen on music then?
Yes, I love music.
Do you try and play?
Yeah, I've tried.
Oh, well, I did say try, didn't I?
That's the
And
right word.
she's very musical, this Celia, and I think she tries to help you musically. Do you try and strum on the Joanna?
I have done in the past, yeah.
Oh.
I've got an electrical organ now.
Oh, well, she's laughing. She says she's very interested in you and your music, and she's trying to help you because she was a good musician.
I should think she'd like to listen to me playing then.
Well, that's probably why she wants to help you, to get you out of the bad habits. Oh, you got one of their magical things, have you?
Yeah, you press a food
An
button,
organ.
and that will
And you treadle it, that.
you press a few buttons and they get all the drums and everything come in and that's
Well, that must be exciting.
Yeah. Well, that don't make you playing quite so bad, do it?
Makes you sound better than yours,
Yeah, that's right.
Does he have a go at it?
Pardon?
Your brother, does he have a go at it?
Yeah, he
I
has
think
done.
he had. Yes, he have done when he's been down. Yeah.
Quick try and then give up.
Poor old Robin. When are you lot coming again, Robin?
I don't know, but I'd like to, Mickey.
I hope you'll bring that solicitor bloke.
Yeah, I reckon we will.
I think it's only right. because I'm sure if once his wife gets familiar and I'd like to see him make a good contact, because I think it would help him, and her too. She's obviously very concerned about him. Well, I just mean to say she's worried, but it's quite obvious that she's concerned about him because of the circumstances that have been going on around him, and this getting out of things or getting away and trying to get things straightened out and sorted out. And she's very concerned that he's going through a difficult period the way she wants him happy, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'd like definitely to come again.
Yeah, I wish you
Depending on
could.
Leslie and how
Yeah, you
feels,
bring
you know.
that old sausage again, won't you? Because he's a nice old chap. Well, he ain't that old, is he? I suppose he's about 60, is he?
I can go off people as well, Leslie. Yeah.
Go on.
I can go off people, Mickey.
Well, age is nothing. It's how you feel, isn't it? And you don't look so bad. I mean, I don't know age. People make such a fuss of age, don't they? Because I brought it up, didn't I? Sorry. Well, you're in your 50s then. Is he annoyed?
Not really, I don't think, Mickey.
No. No, I'm quite a leg puller, really.
Was you ready? Well, never mind.
Go on.
Well, your wife, I wish I could do more, because I know she's so anxious to contact you and the children, and she's very concerned about you at the moment, as if she's struggling to help you sort yourself out, as if she's, I don't know how to put it.
I think she has been helping me. She gave me an introduction to the work that I'm doing now.
Yeah, I'm sure she did, but I think it is that it's within your innermost self mentally, and you're not at peace with yourself as you could be or should be, are you?
No.
She wants to help you. She will.
Perhaps he should start sitting with us, Mickey.
Well, why don't he? Is he so tied up then?
Well.
So we're going to get a divorce,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's the best thing, isn't it? If you're not happy. No, hurry up, man. No.
Come on, friend. Come on. Come on.
I know it's all right now, but I'm not quite sure about that.
What's that?
Can you not hear what I see?
Very, very faint, friend.
Aye, the McIntyre here. Aye, can you not hear me? It's Mac.
Mac.
Aye, I've been standing here waiting for an opportunity to have a few words, but I'm not quite sure if you can hear what I say.
Yes, go on, Mac.
It's Mac here. I just want you to know that I'm here and I'm very interested in what's going on, and I'm doing my best as best I can, but I'm not quite sure if you can hear what I say.
We can hear you better now, friend.
Why do you not work together now?
Pardon?
He said, don't you work together or something? That's what he
I
said.
don't quite understand what you mean.
Can you not hear me?
We can hear you, but we don't understand what you mean, Fred.
But they'd be a great asset to the meetings.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Well, you know, separately. Perhaps when he gets sorted out and he's more able to know exactly what to do, maybe you'd arrange something in that direction.
Yeah.
Got a lot of power, you know that.
Yeah.
Can you hear what I say?
Yes.
Your wife's very happy. She wants you to know. She worries a bit about you. There's no doubt about that, but she's no far away. But it's Mark speaking.
Thank you, Mac.
Robin,
Yes.
keep the meetings going, boy.
I will.
We'll send that up and blessing.
Well, we have to have a break for a little while when I have my boys and when we're moving, but we'll carry on.
Take care now.
Where the power's going.
Oh, Mickey, isn't it?
I'll come and see you again in your circle and try and help if I can, you know. They want you to keep on. They've got great hope of your circle, you know.
Have they really?
Do what?
I say, have they really?
What you say?
He said, have they really?
Well, don't you think so? Then I mean, you got faith in it, ain't you?
Oh yeah, I've got faith in it.
Well then, can't you rope him in?
Try.
That solicitor bloke.
Yeah, we can try.
Because there's a lot of power and energy and vitality with him, and I think it'd be marvellous, because he'd be a great asset to the circle, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would. Have to see what we can do.
Anyway, when are you coming again?
Oh, that's up to Leslie Flint, isn't it?
Well,
How he feels.
perhaps
See how-
next time I can do better.
Yeah, see how
I'll do
Leslie
my
feels.
best anyway. Anyway, I have to go in a minute. But my love and God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye, love.
Bye.
Thanks very much.